Sarah, can you hear me? Oh, wait a minute. I cannot hear you. All right, can you hear me? I can't really hear you, though. It's like I hear some background noise, but I don't hear your voice. Sarah, can you hear me? Oh, wait a minute. I cannot hear you. All right, can you hear me? I can't really hear you, though. So this is on like a 20-second delay. Hello. Good. Yeah. This is testing our, yeah, you need to hit the link. We're on the call right now. This is testing what the learning circles will be like. Okay, you need to skip the YouTube. Carson just sent out a different Google Hangout link. Yeah, he just sent one out a couple minutes ago. No, it's a different one. Carson just sent it out a couple minutes ago.
Sarah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, now I can hear you.
You can? Okay, good.
Oh, I can hear you guys. Can you hear me? No, maybe they can't hear me. I don't think they can hear me.
I can hear you, Lauren.
Oh, you can. Okay, I'm talking to Marco right now. Hold on, I'm going to forward this to you. Oh, he didn't send it to you, that's why. Hold on, let me forward this to you. All right, so I'm going to forward this to you, but then I'm going to hang up because it's like staticky interference. So hopefully you should be able to hop on. Okay. All right. Okay. Hey, how can I get my camera to work? It's saying my camera is not detected.
On my screen, there are 5 icons at the very top, and if you, it might have your camera turned off. Otherwise, if you click the settings.
Let me see. Yeah, well, it just says camera problem. I guess I got to figure that out. Okay. Andre, my favorite person. I know it's hard for you because you can't see my beautiful face right now, but I can see you.
I refuse to dignify that with a response. You gotta wait till at least 12 o'clock to turn the haterism on.
Hey, it's 12:04 on the East Coast.
Oh, well, that don't count. East Coast time don't count. I don't live on the East Coast no more.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Sarah Wilson?
Hey, nice to meet you.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, you're real.
I know. What coast time are you on?
I'm in Illinois now.
I'm Central Time too.
Oh, well, look at that.
Central.
Yay. Oh, Lord, have mercy.
Are you a Bears fan?
Hell no.
Okay, just making sure. Just making sure. Go
I
back.
haven't lived here long enough. No, false. False. I grew up in the Twin Cities, so.
Well,
are you in mourning right now?
We're not going to talk about it. Hey.
That was rough. That was rough. I was pulling for y'all.
Sensitive subject. We're not going to talk about it right now.
Yeah. I do like Bridgewater. He's a cool dude.
Yeah, all right.
He's your quarterback.
He's halfway decent.
Oh, my goodness.
If you can't consistently throw for 200 yards or more, you're okay.
Oh, gotcha. I wouldn't know. We have the best quarterback in the league, but whatever.
Are we done testing this thing yet?
Nice
Yeah,
try.
Carson, I think my mic
Sir,
is...
where are you?
Carson.
Me?
Yeah.
Birmingham. Alabama, not England.
How are you a Packer fan?
I'm from Wisconsin.
Oh, Lord. Where in Wisconsin?
This is a picture of me this past weekend in all my Packer gear.
Well done.
Yeah.
In Alabama country.
Yep.
Following directions testing again.
I hear you.
Okay.
Is Carson...
I think Carson is your PowerHour. He's our picture there, right?
Is that him right there? Okay.
Where? I don't see. Oh, he's okay. I got it.
Got it.
Where?
Yes, Carson. I know my video's out. I can't figure out how to get my camera to work. For some reason, it's not detecting my camera.
Marco's here.
Oh. Hey, Marco.
Carson, are you able to talk to us or just type? I'm going to take that as just type. So do we have an audience? Not, or are we all, we're all present?
The audience was sent the actual YouTube link, so I think the link that Carson sent out that I failed to... Oh, yep, Kohei's watching. So if you look on the YouTube screen, you can see there's like a chat that is going on, and you could type who. But the link that we sent them, they should only be seeing through YouTube. And then the one that Carson sent that I failed to understand was that there's a different way to set it up through Hangout. Because I think I just sent out just a Hangout.
Understand
that there's a different way to set it up.
So, hold on. So when we do this for real, do we only, whoever the panel is, they use Hangouts, but everybody else we just send to the YouTube?
Yep.
Okay.
So everyone who was initially invited, so both of our subcommittees were invited, so they all got the YouTube link. So they, in essence, would be watching us now, and then whomever you select to actually be involved would have the link to the Hangout and YouTube together. And so I know originally when we first, the three of us talked, and Carson, I know you're not verbally talking, but type when I kind of mess this up. But there would ideally be like a minimum of 3 people to really make it work. So you have to have one person who is talking and hosting, and then another person back behind the scenes who's monitoring the chat, which is found on the right side. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because what we can't actually verbally talk to the participants, but like you could have question and answer at the end, and they could type it in, and that one person would be monitoring the YouTube screen, and then they would type in like this and say, you know, Sarah asks, what's up? You know, and then that would come up, and so the person, whoever is moderating, can say, we have a question from Sarah who said,
just give you guys a heads up that I've noticed that I can't send messages to the people that are watching. I keep getting a user error.
Okay. I wonder if I had sent a message. I wonder if Kohei heard me.
Well, it seems hard whenever you have the YouTube screen open, you get the echo. Whenever I have them up at the same time.
Even if you mute the YouTube screen, does it still do that?
You're smart. Probably wouldn't do that.
I know, that's what I had it on first. It took me a while. No, mind you, Christy Carson and I had like a 3-hour session where we had to figure this out.
All right.
All right, guys, just let you know that I sent you an agenda so that our viewers can actually watch it. I'm going to send it to you to see what the topics are. Marco, I think you followed the wrong link. However, you're more than welcome to be a member of the conversation. We do need some people to be in the viewer window. So if you would follow go to the YouTube channel, that would be great for us.
Carson, on the YouTube screen, it says comments are disabled for this video. Did we ever figure out how to enable the comments?
I'm trying to figure that out right now.
Well, one thing that is good to know is that there is a major delay between what you guys are saying in the Hangout and what gets broadcast on YouTube. So as whoever is presenting just needs to be aware of that. I mean, it's like a 10 to 15 second delay.
That much?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could answer your own questions.
People have to scroll all the way to the bottom right in order to be able to see the more real time. So what you'll see is in the bottom, there's like a red section, and slowly it starts to drop. Every time your computer buffers or has a problem, you fall behind the actual broadcast.
Well, I don't see the red section, but I will take your word for it.
I have a question for everybody. Does everybody see Lauren's screen right now, even though I'm talking?
No.
You all see me?
Yeah.
When you talk, it goes up.
I'm trying to switch it so that it stays on one person, but it doesn't seem to be working. I can only choose who I see, I think.
Yeah, so actually mine is just going to whoever I clicked. Mine isn't changing. Mine isn't changing every time someone talks.
All right, well, how about now? Is it staying on Lauren?
Staying on Lauren now, a message popped up and said that you have presented Lauren to the group, which is unfortunate for us, but.
All right, well, let's get control of our meeting. So for the viewers at home that are on the delay, all right, I got Marco on the watch screen. I got Kohei on the watch screen. So let's start. This is the Hangout topic. This is the concept of the Google Hangout. We're going to try and get through a mini agenda. Hopefully it'll be helpful for all of you. I'm going to play the role of, I guess, director in this version of our leadership power hour. So what you should be able to see is I'm going to try to keep myself off screen. I'm going to let a conversation occur between all of you. Can all of our presenters on the Hangout see the agenda topic to the left in the chat window? Just give me a thumbs up.
Yes. Sorry, my camera's not working.
All right, that's cool. Andre, can you see it?
Yeah, it's on my right. Yeah, I can see it.
All right, good. So, Christy, do you feel comfortable taking lead on some of these?
Not particularly, but I'll type in where I have something intelligent to add. How's that sound?
All right. So, how about does everybody understand the basic concept of what is happening right now? So for viewers right now, Kohei, Marco, I don't know who else is watching. I'm trying to find the analytics on it. There are people watching us right now have this conversation. All right? So basically how this would work, the idea behind this is that we would have kind of the people on the call right now, so that's Andre, Lauren, Sarah and myself and Christy, we would all be kind of the panel that people would kind of be watching, talk about a topic or a particular area of interest for whatever the topic is. Now, the important part is, I think Sarah already kind of mentioned this, people have to use the correct link. We can't send out too many links to this presentation, because if we send out too many links to this presentation, we'll shut down the channel because too many people will be on the Hangout broadcast. You have a question?
No, I was just going to add that if we could somehow get our participants to subscribe to the channel, we can set up things ahead of time so that when we have a show, whoever subscribed and set the reminder will get an email with the correct link to the YouTube page only.
That's a very good point.
Because you set it up, like, I want to say last week, Carson, and I set the reminder, and I got an email with the link to the actual YouTube page, which then I clicked and it took me right there. So that worked out really well.
Cool.
Also, I don't know, I know underneath the actual channel it says all comments, and then it says comments are disabled, but on the right-hand side there is a chat that is working, and that worked out really well. And both Marco and Kohei can see that.
Yeah, and I can't figure out how to change the comments piece for that, so I guess it'll just end up, being the chat. I feel like having two different things would actually be confusing to people.
Oh, without a doubt.
All right, so Andre and Lauren, do you have any questions, or people out there watching, do you have any questions about the basic concept of the Hangout?
No, I get it.
But I'm still trying to differentiate between the Google Hangout and the YouTube channel. So the Google Hangout is what we're going to be doing live, and then the YouTube channel is what people will get to watch after the fact?
They can watch it while we're presenting or after the fact.
Got it.
I don't know how to... So when I change the presenter, it seems to stay on that person. It doesn't go back to present to everyone. So right now, the main page is mainly showing Sarah. So we're trying to work out the kinks. Oh, that actually kind of worked. I think I figured something out. All right. So, Christy, can you do us a favor and talk a little bit about the format of each of the presentations, please?
Yeah, I know our thought right now is that we give our participants a question guide and our presenters a guide with some basic, so whatever our topic is, we're going to have some basic questions that they should be prepared to answer. And then we're going to ask each participant to come up with a couple extra questions that they're going to be asking, typing into the chat box. It seems like it's going to be the only option for that, that are, I don't remember whose term is what, but the person, whoever's in charge will translate that from the YouTube channel to the presenter's box and ask the question live. And then hopefully be able to have kind of a little bit of a free flow with the conversation. But I think that might be a little to be determined how that works with the delay, if it does work comfortably. Is that what you needed, Carson?
Yeah, that was excellent. Thank you. Does anybody have any questions about the format? Andre, Lauren?
No, I get it. I'm good.
All right, cool. One of the things that I know was a big question point for Kohei and Jen was our schedule. So, and I think, Andre, I don't know if I talked to you, no, we didn't talk directly, but I emailed you. I think we need to find a way to take their individual presentations and merge it into what we're talking about doing down the road.
Yeah.
So I was hoping that we might be able to utilize this time to be able to do a little bit of that.
Sure.
So does anybody have a calendar or something they can share with like the dates and the topic areas, the most recent ones?
For the Go Live sessions?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to read them or type them?
Typing might be helpful for the chat window for the presenters,
Okay.
but reading might help the conversation. So
Okay, so the first one is the program launched January 20th.
Well,
Do you want the specifics, or you just want the dates and the topics?
dates and topics would be great.
Okay, cool. So first one, January 20th, that's just the program launch. February 3rd, we have Understanding the Leadership Competency Model. March 6th.
Sorry, Sarah, I have a question. Sorry. Are we going over the schedule right now just for when we utilize Hangouts? Or are we talking about the entire program schedule? Carson, that's a question for you.
I can't hear you. Say it one more time.
The schedule Sarah's giving you right now is our overall program schedule, but those aren't dates that we're utilizing Hangouts. Did you just want dates when we need to utilize Hangouts, or are you asking for the entire program schedule?
No, I'm asking for the Hangout schedule. So this is just times what we would do the panel, and then when we would do, and then how we would transition to the larger group. So we kind of need to figure out, like, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, sorry. We just need to figure out how we're going to make the transition from the go live specific conversations to the overall like ELRN like blast conversations. So your program calendar, but we're just talking about like on our YouTube channel there'd be a list of events and conversations, and I think these would be the ones.
Okay, so the things Sarah's giving you now are our program dates. Those are ones we're doing webinars on. So those are not what you want for this right now. So I don't know if
yeah. So what would you guys? So what do you guys have as your Hangout or your like re-engagement schedule then?
Sorry, I'm trying to open the document and see if I can, because I know we had roughly scheduled out, but everything with the Google Hangout running, everything on my computer else is moving super, super slow. I think that the first one would be in February, towards the end of February would be the first, and that would be specific to just go live, to just our current participants and past participants in a aware session. To try that live. And then ideally, I think we have landed on Carson. And the goal is you guys want to have at least 2 more of these sessions that are open to a lot more people. I've pigged it. For us, for Go Live, we would like those sessions to be in the following months. So if we start in February, we do one in March and one in April. But I don't think we necessarily decided on that, or if we were just going to have the one for Go Live and let you guys do them whenever else you want to do it and just advertise it to our participants whenever that happens. Does that make sense?
You got grainy in my end, so I didn't really hear it. But I heard bits and pieces of it. I lost bits and pieces. I know you said 2 big ones, and that there will be a launch at the beginning. Is that correct? Like a Go Live launch.
Yeah, so for Go Live, we definitely, Lauren, correct me if I'm wrong because I'm still trying to load that document. We wanted to do the first one in February. Is that right?
Yeah, so we were going to do one in February that was for current and past Go Live participants. And then the thought is that March and April, we have ones that are open to whomever wants to participate. And that's all I have down for the ones that we had scheduled. So February, March, April.
The ones in February that we would be doing, that we like, the way we want this to happen for Go Live participants is we want them to have a chance to individual program centered or subject area centered. So I know I don't have the Google document up right now, but I know we had, like, for example, seven people in Go Live would fall under youth development. So we would want to have one of these sessions for youth development. but that means we're going to end up having about 5 of these sessions in February, and that's a lot of work. So if it's easier to just not do the YouTube version for those, we could go try to have smaller groups, eliminate last year's participants, and just do a basic hangout for those too. We're limited to 10 people on a basic hangout, right?
So I just put up what the breakdown of groups were. That's just copied from the document, but I think that's missing.
Missing a few people who didn't fall easily into one category.
Okay.
There were people who I signed who either know what they do, or there's one or two that I really just they don't have a match, and for them I may just try to have individually a person they can have a conversation with.
So I wonder if we maybe group aquatics and sports together in maybe wellness and membership, and then maybe youth development by itself.
We can, but if we open it to last year's participants, I'm not as worried about those low numbers. Like,
okay.
Because does that make sense?
I can pull the last year's people really quickly. I mean, what their areas are.
Yeah, that's just this year's. I don't have last year's. I don't know that we want to do any more than 5 a lot in a month to be hosting. And I'm not 100% sold that that this format is more valuable than just doing a hangout for those groups of people where they can feel a little more interactive, really talking with each other.
Oh, this is so jacked up. Sorry, I'm trying to paste the numbers in here, but of course they get all wonky. Oops. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to hit enter. You know what? See, I didn't say anything negative to you. Even earlier when we got on, I said, hi, I greeted you so kindly. You have to laugh at me.
Let's talk, Carson, maybe let's talk for sure what you and Andre have in mind for what the topics are going to be and how we do this for the large group. Because I think it's a really powerful tool to use with a large group.
Hey, this is Carson. I'm getting weird feedback when I'm using both computers, but I just want to say, like, I hear what you're saying, Christy. In some ways, I think the more people we have on the Hangout, the harder it gets to have an actual discussion. Like the Hangout itself might be helpful, or you could do a conference call. But I do actually think that if this was a big group and a big thing we were trying to push off, I think it'd be a lot more helpful to have like 2 or 3 people on the call. There's a lot less moving parts, and we just have like a channel that people go look at. So maybe, I don't know, maybe this one specifically seems to be, like, for me to be a participant and to try and help is actually quite difficult. So, maybe if it is just a small group, we just realize, all right, it's a small group, and let's just let, I don't know, it's open to you guys. I don't know, let me know what you think. But I do see the challenges of trying to use this technology with the small group conversations and then publicizing it, especially if the publicizing it was really geared towards a much bigger conversation.
So lots of feedback, yeah. So let's settle on our PD team. We have a meeting right after this one. That's like now. Kind of whether we want for the first go live webinar, for the first go live meetings, or if we want to just possible Hangout. And either way, either way, we want to work with you guys on the bigger ones because we want Go Live participants to have access to those and to be able to be a part of those. But probably just not, I think just being able to have a more of a small group conversation. But we need to hash that out. So let's, for sure, does March and April sound like realistic dates to Andre and Carson for you guys to sort of have worked out the bugs and be ready to broadcast a big live conversation open to the whole ELRN?
I think so. I'm personally a little behind on life right now. With the holidays and, I'm sorry?
That I can relate to that feeling.
Yeah, 2 months into the job here, they gave me a second branch. I'm running a race, and I've never run a race in my life before, and I've never been this crazy at work before. So I've been a little behind, and I feel like I let Carson down a little bit because, well, not a little bit, a lot of it, because we haven't been able to really just connect. He's busy, I'm busy, so. But I think, between now and March, I think we can really finalize some stuff and figure it out. And also being open to if Google, my thing is if Google Hangout ends up not being the best, most efficient way to do this, I hope we're all open to saying, okay, what else? What else do we try? Because we've been having some conversations about some bugs and things like that, and just want to make sure that the easiest way for us to lose an audience is if we use a seemingly glitchy platform, and then people don't feel as engaged and as encouraged to be involved. So, but that I think Carson and I can put our brains together and get to the bottom of that. And I apologize if I'm talking with a little bit of a lisp. I got hit in the lip today playing basketball.
See, if I was unkind, I would laugh at that. But I'm not unkind, so I hope that you are okay.
By saying it, you actually laughed at it internally. It's okay, I understand.
I'm just glad you can't see my face right now, that's all.
Oh no, Carson, do you have anything to add to that? Say that again?
So I'm having a bit of a technical problem because when I speak on my iPad, which is using our wireless, it's giving feedback to the actual computer setup I got. So it's just hard to kind of communicate in real time. I think you're right, but my big worry, and I invited Kohei into the conversation from the watch window. I don't know if she was able to join. Was the timeline for the actual networking group. I believe we had a couple on the calendar. Our first one I think was supposed to go off in February, or at least our first touch point Tuesday to unveil these is supposed to go out on Tuesday. So I wanted to do, I don't know, I worry about us having content that's interesting and relevant enough, and then a marketing plan. So I have a lot of the same concerns, but at the same token, I don't want to push I'd rather do a couple that aren't that great and get better than keep pushing it back and then get to our face-to-face and we only done one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Carson,
Yeah.
I will say that once you kind of work out the bugs and really, I mean, the quality of the video that is on the YouTube channel, and I don't know if you or Christy went back and watched the one that we had done a couple weeks ago, but it works, and I think that it's something that keeps people engaged. It's different from watching any other screen or being on a conference call. So I definitely think that there's value in it, and I don't think that we're that far from having a good product. I think we need to have probably 2 or 3 test runs before we actually do the one in February. But I think that the content that people are getting is quality. I think that the picture is clear. I think it's really easy from a participant standpoint. You click a link and it takes you to a page. You can subscribe, so every time we run one of these, people get it. But I think all the issues are kind of on the back end. So I think a couple practice sessions with real topics and a limited number of people involved, I think you can be successful with it.
Yeah, I mean, I watched the video afterwards, and it looked really good. I mean, you just gotta, like, it's kind of like we're all trying to be in the kitchen and on the stage at the same, or not, sorry, behind stage and on stage at the same time. It's kind of like you just gotta make it content, and then give the presenters the link to use, and they have them talk, and then give everybody else just this general, like, thing where they can watch it. My question, though, becomes, like, the content piece. Like, I really think that I agree with you, Sarah. I think we're getting closer and closer to understanding the technological glitches, but I do think we need to, like, build out, well, what's the content that we want to do? And I would like it to be content that's relevant to you guys' audience, because they're ultimately going to be the base of who we're trying to engage.
And do you see Kohei's messages on the YouTube channel?
No, I actually was sitting here trying to figure out how to get back to the YouTube channel.
She said, streamlined visual and sound for presenters would be less distracting. Could you record one without an audience first as a test? Which is also not a bad idea to do a couple, and you can share them. We could share it on social media. You could tweet about it. You could put it on Facebook. You could email out the link. And she's saying she's on Google Hangout but can't jump in. And you can share them. We could share it on social media. You could tweet about it. You could put it on Facebook. You could email out the link. Ew. Now my voice sounds like gross. Somebody mute that. What are you doing?
Is it me?
Now my voice sounds like gross. Who's doing this? What are you doing? Sounds like a horror film.
What just happened?
And so that's what happens when you have the YouTube channel up at the same time. That's how delayed the YouTube channel is.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's really delayed. The cool stuff, though, you guys, is like there are so many effects and fun stuff you can do. This could be awesome.
Here she goes. Here she goes. She's about to have fun playing with her.
I'm trying. It's not working.
Me too. I really want to be a teacher right now. I know I can do it.
Mine's not working.
That's because you have to have the studio up.
The studio?
You have to go to the bottom left. Well, I guess I can't do it on this computer.
Oh, I see. Christy, you're in a snowstorm.
Man, it's really appropriate for us right now. It's snowing here. Beach go.
Andre, did you mute yourself?
I did for a second.
Thank
you're trying to clear out the window?
Say that again?
No, I figured you were having that loop.
Oh.
I can't find the video on the channel. Isn't that crazy? Is everybody enjoying Christy's crown?
Need the rest of my work life to get on this.
All right, so we have the professional development team has a call that started about 10 minutes ago, and poor Ryan is in his car. So I've just been texting him to tell him to hold tight. So are we okay to jump off this? Do we have action items as far as what you guys need from us and how we need to move forward?
Yeah, I mean, you get, like I said, if we could get your content for when and what you're going to do it, that would be great for us. And then Andre, you and I really do need to set a time to just sit down and talk about what the content we're going to try and put forth for everybody is.
Yeah.
Um,
I say we do it on a Google Hangout, actually.
I mean, we can stay on here and just talk.
I have I have 20 minutes before my next meeting, so yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
me too.
Kristen, do you guys have a copy of our webinar schedule?
No, that's why I was asking.
Okay,
So
let
it's
me.
it's kind of like we need to know what the schedule is, and then also what you were thinking about doing with the individual talks.
Okay, so we need to nail down what direction we want to go in with the individual talks in our next meeting. But I'm going to email you the schedule, so at least when you're talking about content, the big whole group ones, you can be keeping in mind what we already have as subjects. I think we would like to not have too much overlap, that there's an opportunity for them to get on and learn about something new if they choose to join in the leader power hours too. So I'll send you those. And I think I'm just going to put it out there. Something that we've talked about in this group, but not actually put into our schedule, is we really wanted to have some ways for them to interact on how to build your resume and how to make your resume sell you better. So maybe that's a topic you guys can keep in mind too. Okay? I'm going to email that right over to you two, and then I think we're all going to jump off. The rest of us are going to jump off here. So.
All right. See you later.
Bye.
All right. Good
I
talking
got
to you all.
Trying to hang up. I can't hang up.
All right. So I'm gonna try to stop broadcasting this, but keep you up. So if we get lost, I'll call you back.
Is your work email Google?
No, mine's if you here, take this one just in case. It's carsonhenry@gmail.com. It's pretty straightforward. So
Yeah.
if we get disconnected, just send me a Hangout request from there, and then But I'm gonna see if I stop the broadcast if it cuts out the Hangout. I think
Okay.
you and I might still be connected though. So if we get disconnected, just do me a favor and give me a call back, okay?
Yeah.